Madam Bachelet, Edith Lederer from the Associated Press. Last month, 28 Republican members of the House of Representatives and the U.S. Senate wrote a letter to Secretary of State Marco Rubio asking him to veto your nomination to be the next UN Secretary General. And among other things, the letter called you a pro-abortion zealot. What is your response?
Well, I read the letter. The first thing I have to say is that I truly believe in women's rights, and I don't think you can separate women's rights. I don't think you can say women have the right to A, B, and C and not the right to D, E, F. I think women have to decide on their own lives, also decide how many children they have. That is on the personal level. But if I'm Secretary General, doesn't matter what I believe in. You're not being a Secretary General, you can have your opinion, your beliefs, you can even defend those opinions if you believe they're important for the world, for the women of the world. And I will always be by the side of women, of having opportunities, their rights respected in all levels. This is an issue that's controversial. Every country has its own decisions, and I respect that. But as Secretary General, my role will be to ensure the United Nations, I mean, talking member states, agreements, like, for example, the Beijing Conference and the Beijing Plan of Action, or the Rio Conference, or CEDAW decisions are implemented. That is my role. So it doesn't matter how people, what I think about certain issues. I have my opinion. I'm a medical doctor. I think some of these issues are health issues as well. But as Secretary General, I will do what needs to be done. And Beijing is still there, it's valid, and we need to continue pushing. Cairo is still there, and we need to continue advancing. And of course, CEDAW is there, and CSW are there to remember us. We need to continue advancing on women's rights.
Just as a quick follow-up, are you concerned about the possibility of a veto by the United States?
Well, the veto exists on the 5 permanent members. It can be applied to any candidate. I have to say that I was president when President Trump was elected the first time. So we sort of had a 1 year and a half that I was president of Chile and he was president of the US. And we continue with good relationship between the US and Chile. The US is an important power in the UN. It's an important power in the world. And if I'm selected president, I will have the same relationship with every member state, powerful or powerless.
Thank you very much. We'll go with the next one.